And we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the point where I've always said, I told you so. I told you so. I just like the world to remember. If they're thinking about what happened and what went down, oh yeah, I still rep the Bears 24/7. Bears. Now, what was weird, as soon as I set this video up to go, my whole PC shut down. 100%. No cap, no lie, no nothing. Everything shut down and it had to reboot. It's crazy. So that's what took so long from the start. Now, everybody's going crazy now about the Austin Reeves situation. And oh, the agency, what Rich Paul said. Did you hear what Rich Paul said? Did you hear what his agent said? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? And I'm looking around and I'm like, didn't I not cover this? I know they block out a lot of my stuff and they try to say it's rumors. You're making it up. And it comes full circle now. Everything that I've been telling you that's been going on behind the scenes. So it's obvious I know what the hell I'm talking about. And even now, it's going to get to another situation because you don't know what's going on in full and how is it being played out. So even when this information is out, it's still being told wrong. So now I got to come in and correct it once again. And then everyone is saying, I'm not telling the truth and blah, blah, blah. We're right back on the Ferris wheel or the Ferris wheel. Is that my phone? Now, as Rich Paul keeps coming out, the first time he did it, he came all the way out there and pretty much gave a statement that didn't align with what a lot of people were thinking. And what I mean by align is just that when he first made the statement about Austin Reeves, about the situation, how it was being played out, everything that was going on, when all of these decisions were being made, nobody was sitting back saying, oh, this was coming directly from Rich Paul. They know it's coming from LeBron. Everybody knows it's coming from him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They know what time it is. Now, when we look at best intentions or scenarios that best fit the situation, right? People are confused when it comes to the direction that they want to go towards. Austin Reeves is represented by Reggie and Aaron Riley. Aaron Riley is the one that found Austin Reeves, really. You know, they both represent this client. So the first time Rich Paul did this, I called Aaron Riley, the agent because I have his contact. So as I'm sitting back and I'm watching this play out, Reggie Berry, who's known in the music and movie world, put his money and his contacts to help Aaron Riley. The situation got out of hand because of one individual, and that individual just happens to be Rich Paul and his agent. As I've shown you guys plenty of times before, Aaron Riley came up and built himself up from guys overseas to his first NBA player, which is Austin Reeves. And now he's got Jake of Larabia. So this being the first two players on his team, let's try to tackle this dynamic to see where it aligns.
Right, totally narcissistic, right? Just a little bit, but now it's we started doing that, and it's more athlete management representation now. So,
okay,
yeah, that's AMR.
Good. So I going back a little bit for me in my previous life as a sports writer, I remember certain sports agents got into that line of work because they realized they couldn't be professional athletes and they wanted to stick with professional sports.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you?
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you jump over a credit card. Maybe good jump shot though.
Right.
I'm all right with that.
Right.
But
you mean a flat credit card or standing up like this?
That's flat. It's
Okay,
not that, I don't have a good verb, but it's just that was it for me. I wanted to stay in. My dad.
Now, as you can see, as it's frozen, right?
Years ago, gave me this book called School by Mark McCormick, creator of IMG. And let me work with you. And they're probably just like, get out of here, kids. So I had to take a crazy route and start my own thing up. And
well, it's never wrong to have a good heart with, your heart's in it.
No question. Hustle. And I have spoke to every player walk through that door, and just try to get friendly with them, try to get to know them a little bit, learn about the business as much as I could.
So what year would have this been?
Probably around 08. So I'm relying on Marcus to introduce me to a buddy here. One of the greatest moments in our career. Like, I love the guy. He's the greatest guy in the world. Yeah. For years recruiting before Austin, we would get close to a lot of big name guys that you've heard. Mm-hmm. But it was always second because, we love you, but you don't have a guy. So he was the one guy who finally took a chance on us. Mm-hmm. And so we brought him out to Jersey, started getting ready for the draft. He was here put him in Newark, New Jersey. It was on purpose, good place, all that. But it was about the work. That's what we were there for. And he really put the work and did his thing. We started sending him around all the different teams for workouts. He was an NBA combine. Mm-hmm. And then we got him, draft night. I mean, obviously he goes undrafted, but there's reasoning behind that. I won't bore you with those details. Sure. But the Lakers were the team that we thought was the best fit. And he's starting by the end of the year. It's a heck of a story. Yeah,
I mean, he wound up, look at his stats, he wound up averaging more than 7 points in his rookie year. Mm-hmm. Started about 20 games. Yep. And I know you're excited for him because, you've obviously said he's a great guy and things like that. But how excited are you for your business, you and Reggie, for your business?
I mean, when you get kicked in the head so many times over these years, to finally get one and get a win, it's good.
Right.
And then you follow it up, hopefully with more wins as you go on. Like we had the guy Jake this year. Yeah. And another huge win for us. Mm-hmm. He was top pick this year. And
pause this here because this is what we're talking about, people. It's not just Austin Reeves. This is what people don't understand. Jake is on the Lakers now. They did the trade and got him on the Lakers. So both of their players are on the Lakers, which means the Los Angeles Lakers like the talent that this guy seems to find and could bring to the team. And when you have people like Rich Paul, who's just a hustler, he's not a real agent. That's why he's on a podcast show, because he's not a real agent. He's not on the grind trying to recruit. All these people are going off this Austin Reeves thing, don't even know what the hell they're talking about. 9 times out of 10. The majority of them are just reporting what they see. And they don't know it until it's reported. I've been telling you about this for a month. I know every single thing that is going on over there. Rich Paul tried to acquire their agency, AMR, under Clutch Sports. He wanted to take over and said, you guys are small and you won't get the opportunities your clients want. So you guys will do great jobs. You guys should just work for Clutch. I want y'all to be absorbed with Clutch Sports. Come into the umbrella. Because they with UTA, you're going to get the big clients. And y'all done good. You got noticed. Now here's the payoff. Come sign with Clutch. Saying, we're not going to poach your players. You know, they wanted them to join Clutch. Now, once they didn't go for the banana in the tailpipe and said, no, we good. That was met with disdain. That was met with the how dare you. So now a lot of these opportunities were drying up. And even though Austin Reeves is up for this contract, they have been sabotaging Austin Reeves' worth for the past month. Trying to lower down his value and say he's better somewhere else than being on the Los Angeles Lakers. Repeatedly. Now, Reggie Berry, I knew he was going to have some words for Rich Paul. When he got a chance to see Rich Paul, they were going to have a conversation. As a black man to another black man. So, once again, they like Jake. They want to get both of those clients under Clutch because Clutch don't have any white. They don't have any white NBA players under their umbrella. They had Nurkic. That was the only white guy that would get them a chance. Because white people, the majority of them, they're not stupid enough to fall for it's LeBron's buddy. Well, the Lakers, they like AMR. They like what this guy is bringing them as far as basketball talent. So the Lakers were satisfied with working with him. They really trying to get away from the LeBron spin. But why do you think the Reggie story came out? Did Reggie put this story out? Absolutely not. Did Reggie put this story out? No. How do you think you know the story? How do you think you know he got pressed? Because Rich Paul told this story to Dave McMenamin, who works for Clutch Sports. Dave McMenamin broke the story. Why would Dave McMenamin have the information? Because he spoke to Rich Paul. Rich Paul told him he got a statement from LeBron. LeBron like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. Nope. I mean, Rich make up his own mind. He do what he want to do. Everybody know that. So it ain't coming from me. I talk to Austin Reeves every day. Why didn't you say that a month ago when all this was going on? This is Rich's second time saying it. Why now? Because you knew this was going to be a thing because he was going to reply. Reggie Berry was going to file the paperwork for tampering. So you want to get ahead of things and made it look like, okay, Reggie came and did this. Now, everybody, every news, NBA news people is writing this reports and story off of what Dave McMenamin is saying. You've been tampering. You've been trying to acquire them. You've been trying to steal and poach their talent. You've been trying to block opportunities from them that they wanted with sponsorships for their players and get opportunities for them. Y'all have ran interference. And Reggie is ready to take it to the league office or take it to the streets, as he told you. Which way you want to do it? Which way you want to do it? We tried to talk to you like a man, like a businessman, but you seem to want to take this route of letting it get ugly. You wanted to get ugly? So which way you want this to go, Rich Paul? Because Aaron is not that guy. He's not going to do that. He wants to talk business. Let's talk business. And this is not the way to do it. So now you had to deal with Reggie. And Reggie pretty much handles the money. He's the business of it. And now you messing with Reggie's business. And when you get in there and try to tamper with people saying, well, you know, we talked to these guys at Clutch and we were ready to do it, but then Clutch called us and said they got another client they want to put in for it and don't use so and so and so and so. This is what got them pressed. So now you want to mess with Jake? Now you want to mess with Austin Reeves? So Austin is sitting out a month, and they're trying to wait to this trade deadline. Austin Reeves could be playing right now if he wanted to. Ain't nothing wrong with Austin Reeves. Everybody know what this is. I've already told you. They know exactly what this is. And as that trade deadline approach, y'all gonna see what this is. Yeah, they blocked Jake LaRavia from getting some type of marketing deal. I don't know what the deal is or what it was. Clutch had some interference in what was going on. So, you know, Reggie's had enough. Yeah, because they want the whole agency. They want AMR to sign with Clutch so that they would work for Clutch Sports. That's what Rich Paul was trying to do rather than take Austin Reeves himself. Of course, he would take Austin Reeves and Jake, but he would rather acquire them and have them work for Clutch. So in that way, it don't look like we stole them from AMR. Well, if Rich Paul was a real agent, he would understand how to recruit talent. He doesn't. He just try to go after people with saying, I rep LeBron. And then I'm Rich Paul. Rich Paul, as I'm going to tell y'all now, Rich Paul has never done a negotiation in his life. Rich Paul has never negotiated a contract with any GM. Any GM. So, yeah, he's playing around with people's lives. And he gonna realize that Reggie ain't the guy you gonna want to play with. Rich Paul be like, I know some street guys too. Yeah, you do. But do you really want to find out? Have some professional courtesy. He's like, Rich Paul, I feel sorry for your client. What you say about my client? No, it's not. You say it's a full alarm fire. No, it's bigger than that because see, here's the thing that's also on the scale that people don't really understand or see. Rich Paul has a very bad reputation as far as being someone who doesn't know anything. Mark Tremeny negotiated all LeBron James contracts. Every single one was done by Mark Tremeny. Now Mark isn't there no more because they signed the UTA. UTA is handling the negotiations, not Rich Paul. Thanks, Tony. They got to deal with this LeBron thing because they want to handle his exit. You know, they come up with the LeBron patch. They trying to get this guy the gentle push out the door. He's the most toxic, narcissistic player I've ever seen because he doesn't have the skill set to back it up. Jordan was narcissistic, but he was good. He was damn good. He could back it up. Now, if you could back it up, then people will shut up and sit down. But when you stinking up the court and narcissistic, people are going to say, hey, go to hell. Who are you? This is his final year in his contract. So if he comes back, he's going to have to do the veteran minimum. Who's going to sign LeBron James to a deal? You're going to do it to sell some tickets maybe, but for a small team, they'd be like, hey, let's sign LeBron on the Charlotte Hornets. You think he's going to go play there? Well, Michael Jordan is 5th on my all-time greatest players list, and I didn't like him. But he's 5th because you can't take away what he's done. Now, yeah, that game that he just had, that miracle game, anybody can have a game in which they just everything's dropping. Okay. And he had that game where everything was just dropping for him. You know, all the fluke stuff is going in. We've seen that on the basketball court. How many times you played against a guy that's sorry and he's just having the game of his life? LeBron James in his entire career, this is all under the structure of LeBron. Don't believe any lie that he's telling you. Rich speaks for himself. Rich Paul does not speak for himself. Rich Paul speaks for LeBron James. He's always been his megaphone. This dude neutralizes all NBA coaches. He neutralizes general managers and organizations. Everywhere he goes is a disaster. It turns into a shit show. Just like the late Jerry West said, shit show. He was 100% correct because he was speaking on LeBron James. And yet, here it is. JJ Redick, the guy who everybody said, you got the job. But we know that isn't true. They hired him because of his connection to Luka. And after you did all your worst to blame everything on Darvin Ham, here you are with the same situation in the same scenario with better players. Darvin Ham didn't have Luka Doncic. He had an injured Anthony Davis. And he took the heat for you wanting Austin Reeves to come off the bench. Darvin Ham took that heat. When he really didn't have to. He really shouldn't have. It was all you. So all this stuff that they saying is news now, I've been saying this for so long. Now it's the All-Star game. I said that 7 years ago. He's corrupted this league. He's done everything wrong in this league. He done ruined the historical value of the All-Star game to make it all about him. LeBron's team. Team LeBron versus Team Curry. Now it's exciting. No, it wasn't exciting because you want to put players on your team because you can't win on the East. We ain't got no good players. There was good players on the East. You suck. So you couldn't beat the West. That's just what it was. So he got tired of losing in the All-Star game every year, so now he want to change it up. The problem wasn't the All-Star game people on the East and West and switching it all up. That wasn't the problem. The problem was you weren't playing. Y'all were just sitting out there letting people dunk and y'all having conversations on the court. It's like, dude, y'all gonna even play? This is boring. Ain't nobody even watching this. Y'all.
Yeah, I wish I
Lord Thomas III, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird.
Are we going in order?
Yeah, this is my order. That's Mike would probably be fifth. Michael Jordan would be fifth. Then Kobe. Then Magic. I put Magic. Is from the west side of Chicago, who goes by the name Isaiah Lord Thomas III. The greatest basketball player to ever live is right there. Better than Jordan. And when you sit there and see that happening, no, he isn't jealous of Michael Jordan. He isn't. He's upset with Michael Jordan because of what Michael Jordan did. He's always respected Michael Jordan. He always spoke very highly of him, and they got along fine. Right. Jordan apologized behind the scenes, but doesn't want to publicly apologize, which is the story of his life. Jordan is a liar. The man know he went and told him he wasn't going to play if Isaiah was on the team, but his image and his ego won't allow him to say it, even though they got him on tape actually saying it. If you think somebody was a better basketball player and then another guy kept beating that guy, why would you think that other guy was the best basketball player? That's like people be like, man, LeBron's the GOAT. And then y'all say, well, damn, Steph Curry keep kicking his ass. Everybody else keep beating him. How is he the greatest if he keep losing? He keep coming up short. Right? Now, let's get back to the bum. Because Clutch Sports want to take Austin Reeves and Jake. It's clear. But Reggie stepping to you was only part of the story. Reggie doing that was your warning. And now you want to go to the press to leak it to everybody. Look at what Reggie did to me. Look at what Reggie did to me. Look at what Reggie did. Look at what Reggie did. You want that to be the story so you can get some sympathy in case something happened to you. The whole world know Reggie Berry did it to you. That's why you went to Clutch. You want to put that in every sports magazine that Reggie Berry came and checked you. So that the league will be on notice that Reggie Berry came up to Rich Paul. So if somebody starts stomping a mud hole in your midget ass, look, they beat me up. And Brian going to be like, I told you. I told you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So you want to play around with it all you want. Go ahead. They need to file a tampering lawsuit. They have two NBA players, Austin Reeves and Jake of Laravia. Bobby Knight already said it. No, what Bobby Knight was talking about was how much better that guy was over everybody else. Because Michael Jordan is an elite scorer, but he doesn't know how to play winning basketball. He didn't know how to do that. So Bobby Knight was talking about it in 1984 when he had him on the Olympic team. But when they came in there in 1984 on the trials, Clyde Drexler was putting on a show more than Michael Jordan was. He said, "You don't want to be a Laker, that's your fault." So they the ones, the Lakers, and they did that deal to get Jake over to the Lakers. So when they got him over to the Lakers, all the deals were starting to fall in place, everything. So now Austin Reeves is up for like a $200 million contract. Now here is these agents who are two individuals that don't belong to no major CAA and all these people, and they're about to get their player a $200 million deal. Their clients, to show that you can independently do this. This is a game changer. They want to stop it.
A lot of momentum now going in good direction.
Now you're starting to get the picture, right? Come on over to Clutch Sports. We already got you and Jake. Why don't y'all come on over to Clutch? This is what it's about. Rich Paul is upset that white players didn't want to sign with him. Luka Doncic didn't want to sign with him. They didn't know anything. I'm like, dude, Luka's not going to sign with you. You see, this is what everybody is missing. So he's trying to sabotage Austin Reeves by saying he should come off the bench, which made no sense whatsoever. Because that's the narrative LeBron never put pitching. That Reeves should come off the bench. And this is when Austin Reeves is finding out for the first time LeBron is not really his homeboy. It's not your friend. Never been. And as we all can see, Rich Paul knows exactly why all of this is happening. Of course, Max Kellerman is just reaping the benefits of getting publicity for his show. Didn't I tell you this show was a great idea? I said this is a great idea because y'all going to see how stupid Rich Paul actually is.
I believe you know.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Well, when y'all piece it together, y'all gonna let it be known. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what we say, but it's like what we say and what we do are two different things. Rich Paul has been getting away with doing this type of activity for the longest periods of time. Well, of course, Max is always going to be in the background doing something with boxing, no matter what it is. So society is going to tell you always look one way and don't worry about another way. I remember Sam Kellerman. Sam, they were all in the boxing. They was rapping, Max and Sam. And the boxer that ended up killing him was crazy. He's the guy that punched the guy in the ring and broke his jaw with the raps on after he lost the boxing match. The guy came to shake his hand and he punched the guy in the jaw and broke his jaw. And he got arrested right in the ring. And they took him straight to jail, and now he's in jail for murder. And Sam gave him a place to stay. The guy just wasn't stable. He wasn't wrapped tight at all. Oh, wanting LeBron. Anybody buying that shit? LeBron talking about he ain't got nothing to do with it. No. No one's buying it. We're not going for it, Rich Paul. This is tampering by all means of the word. Every aspect of the word. Well, the Lakers are furious with what's going on because the scenarios is this. And what they don't understand and all of the perspectives that are going out is not making a lot of sense. If you're the Los Angeles Lakers and you are signing these players and you're working with AMR, why is Rich Paul doing these things? It's because if LeBron told Rich cut it out. Rich would stop that shit immediately. Do you think Rich Paul don't move to the whim of LeBron James? Ain't nobody buying that shit. So he can come up with any lie that he wants. Purity gonna be Purdy damn eliminated in about a week. You're gonna get rid of it, put an end all this California shit in the NFL. You gotta get rid of all these damn fake ass California teams. No, because the narrative is different. Right? Well, it's a whole different, yeah. When I tell you that they're really making decisions that's gonna affect everything. Like it's finna come down to the very end. No, I'm not thinking about it. Not at all. No, you know most people don't react that way. Come on. You got to be serious. The scenarios are never going to change. No. Well, if there's more information on it, I'll definitely get it back to you guys, but that's exactly what's going on right now. So now you know the narratives and what's behind all of it. Let's see where it goes from here. All right. I'm out.